Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, welcome to our presentation. First of all, let me thank you all of you who will watch this video. Before we begin our presentation, let me introduce myself. My name is Sabila Rahmania Fitriani, NPM 212154004, and let me introduce my team. Anissa Sofiani, NPM 212154020. Rika Nurjana, NPM 212154039. Pani Melani, NPM 212154090. And Ani Sri Rahayu, NPM 212154109. We are going to share you about structure and transport in plant. And as you can see on the screen, part of our presentation are the leaf, the tissue of a leaf, the cell of the ground tissue, the stem, and then the stem as plant organ. So, by the end of this talk, you will be familiar with structure and transport in plant, and this talk is designed to act as a springboard for discussion. I will begin by the leaf. According to Mrs. Ratu Sarah Bujasari, the leaf is the main site of photosynthesis, the process by which green plants manufacture their own food. The lamina or blade of a leaf is flat and thin. Its shape provides a large surface area for absorption of light and carbon dioxide. And then the leaf is attached to a stem or branch by leaf, stalk or petiole. And then the stalk hosts the leaf in patiences. Its surface is exposed to the maximum amount of light. From the stalk, the main vein leads down the leaf with side veins branching out on either side. This vein connects the leaf to the rest of the plant, bringing the leaf some of the raw material required to photosynthesis and carrying product of photosynthesis away from it. This vein also provide mechanical support, maintaining the shape of the leaf. And then the stem and branch raise the leaf above the ground so they are exposed to the light. On many plants, the leaves are arranged on branches in such a way that they do not shade one another. That's all from me. Let's move on to the next material.
Hello everyone, let me introduce myself. My name is Pani Melani, NPM 212154090. I'm going to tell you about the tissue of leaf. The tissue of a leaf, in common with stems and roots, leaves are made up of three main types of tissue. 1. Epidermal tissue, 2. Vascular tissue, and 3. Ground tissue. Each tissue forms a continuous system through the plant. The epidermis covers and protects the leaves. It is the first line of defense against physical damage, infection, and being eaten. Next, vascular tissue. This tissue is also called feces and serves as the main channel for the transportation of nutrients needed in vital plant processes. 3. Ground tissue. Ground tissue in plant is the tissue that fills most of the plant life. Its main function is to replenish biomass, carry out various physiological functions, and support and give shape to the plant body. Thank you for attention. For the next material will be delivered by my college. Welcome.
My name is Anissa Rahayu with NPM 212154109. I will continue the material which is about the cell of the ground tissue. Based on the search from Mrs. Ratu, the ground tissue cells are divided into four. The first is parenchyma cell. Parenchyma cells are the least specialized of plant cells. They are characteristic by having intercellular air spaces with very inside. Parenchyma cells are regarded as the basic cell from which other cells have evolved. Parenchyma cells form the vacuum tissue of plant and include the palisade cell and spongy mesophyll cell, which make up the main photosynthesizing tissue in the leaf. The second is palisade cell. Palisade cells are a densely green color due to the numerous chloroplasts they contain. These cells are packed tightly together in a regular arrangement near the outer surface of the lid so they obtain the maximum exposure to light. The chloroplast can move around inside the cell according to amount of light available. If it is a dull day, they are often clustered at the tops of the cell, in the best position to trap light. In very sunny conditions, they may be grouped toward the bottom of the cell to avoid being overexposed to light. The third is the spongy mesophyll. The spongy mesophyll is the chip side of the gauges chain in the leaf. It consists of the rounded or sausage-shaped cell with fewer chloroplasts than palisade cell. The cells are closely arranged and between each of them are air spaces connecting the mesophyll with stomata. Now the last is collerenchyma and sclerenchyma. Collerenchyma and sclerenchyma make up tissues that have a supportive structural role in plants. In leaves, these cells are common around the vascular bundles, especially in midrib and at the leaf tips. Collerenchyma cells are elongated and have unevenly thickened cell wall with extracellular in the corners of the cell. There are two main types of sclerenchyma. Fibers are very elongated and have very thick cell walls impregnated with lignin. Sclerates or stone cells are more spherical in shape. Both types of sclerenchyma cells are specialized for support. Fibers in particular have great tensile strength and do not mix easily when stretched. Mature sclerenchyma cells are dead because they are enclosed in a complete layer of lignin which is impermeable to water. That's all from me and thank you for your attention.
Let me start by saying just a few words about my own background. My name is Anissa Sofiani with student number 21, 21, 54 and 20. I am a biology student at Siliwangi University and in presentation cactus group, I'm responsible for third presenter. The subject of my talk is the stem. What I'm going to show you about foremost organs in support and their functions. The stems. The stems of most plants are first and foremost organs in support. They lift terrestrial plants above the ground, raising their leaves toward the sun and holding them in the best position to gain optimum exposure to light and carbon dioxide. They also hold flower and fruit in positions that allow efficient pollination and seed dispersal. As well as support, stems have three other major functions. First, they transport material from one part in the plant to another. Second, they produce new living tissue to replace cells that die and to make new growth. And last, they store food and water.
I am Rikan Rojana. I'm student number 212154039. The stem as plant organs. Most stems point upward from the ground and are easily distinguished from other plant organs. Some Stems, however, have unusual half-hour location which makes them more difficulty to identify. Potato tuber, for example, have a rod-like, but they are axially swollen in the ground. Stems specialists for food strong. All stems, all whatsoever size, have or location are distinguishable as such by the separation of nodes and insert nodes. Thank you.
Okay, I would like to end our presentation by concluding our material briefly. The leaf is the main of photosynthesis, the process by which green plants manufacture their own food. Leaves are made up of three main types of tissue. First, epithermal tissue, second, vascular tissue, and ground tissue. Then, the cell of the ground tissue have parenchyma, palisade, the spons mesophyll, parenchyma, and sclerenchyma. Furthermore, the stems of most plants are first and foremost organ of support, and most stems point upward from the ground and are easily distinguished from other plants organ. Happy if you have any question, feel free to interrupt me anytime on WhatsApp. Thank you for your attention. Sorry for the mistake. See you everyone. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
You said